Hey, this is Pastor TD. I just wanted to drop a little something in your spirit. But Jonah ran away from the Lord and headed to Tarshish. He went down to Joppa, where he found a ship bound for port. After paying the fare, he went aboard and sailed for Tarshish to flee from the Lord. Our challenge for today is we got to learn to look for God in the midst of our interruptions. My brothers and sisters, in life we will all experience some interruptions. Let me tell you what an interruption is. An interruption is that thing that comes along in your life when you least expect it. The car breaking down, sickness, bills reaching an all-time high. Something that takes place in your life that just comes along and just derails the way the train is going. But I often learn that we got to learn to look for God in the midst of our interruptions. How do we do that? First of all, we do it by identifying God's voice, making sure that it's God calling us and telling us to do some things. And then we got to make sure that, hey, in the midst of this interruption, this is the key, that we are obeying what God is telling us to do. Oftentimes in the interruptions, we want to take matters into our own hands and begin to do what we feel will get us out of this interruption. But we got to understand that if we don't want to end up like Jonah in a well of a situation, we got to make sure we're obeying what God has asked us to do. And then recognize that we got to appreciate and learn to embrace God's sovereignty. That God is a sovereign God, that He can do and to say what He wants to do. And oftentimes God will do some things to put us in position just so we can learn to hear from Him. And then, my brothers and sisters, in the midst of your interruption, learn to look for God's to reveal some things to you. God will show you who He is and show you what He wants to do in your life in the midst of your interruption. But I discovered that I'm so focused oftentimes on what's going wrong that I forget to look for God. Let me challenge you today. Whatever interruption you're facing in your life, learn to look for God. And I guarantee you, you'll discover that God has been speaking longer than you've been listening. God bless you. Once again, this is Pastor TD, praying that your good would be better and that your better would be blessed. God bless you.